Hello, guys. Today I'm delighted to be joined with Shakan Pitters. He is a light heavyweight and he's had 17 wins, 2 defeats. And I'm glad to have you on, Shakan.
I'm glad to be on, mate. It's good what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. Very inspiring.
And my first question for you is, how did you get into the sport of boxing?
I got into boxing as my dad was a boxer. My brothers used to also box, and I was playing football, and then football never worked out for me. Then got into boxing as a more something to help my fitness with football. But in the end, it turned out something that wasn't much my dream. It's something which is probably the better avenue where I'm at right now. So that's how I got into boxing. Really, it's all been in my family, so it's like a family tradition. Everyone was involved in it.
Yeah. So did you have an amateur career?
Yeah, I had 19 amateur fights, all at like novice level. I didn't really take the amateur seriously, to be honest. Never won no ABAs. I think the most I won was like this little Birmingham bout, and then I won a Midlands title. I won it twice or something like that, or each year I'd done it anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, never really reached my full potential. I think for me it was the whole picking up the trophies thing. I never really looked past that, which I should have. My mentality should have been different, but I never looked past that. I just thought the whole thing about picking up trophies never interested me.
So you're now a pro. So what made you turn over at the time you did? Why did you turn over pro?
Yeah, I had my so for me, I feel like when I'm doing something, I get a feel of what I'm doing. So amateurs, I was getting a feel. I was learning as well as I said, I openly admit I didn't take it as seriously as I should have in amateurs. Um, then I had like my little daughter who was born, she's 7 now. And I feel like that just gave me the kick I needed really to take a lot more things seriously, what I'm doing around me. And that's what I get up to do and intended to do. And I knew turning pro would be more motivational to me because I'm definitely someone who's money motivated. And he was always going to push me to do, the best I can be because as I win, then basically the more money I'll be earning and things like that. And with my little daughter looking and watching what I'm doing, I've got to set her the right example as well. So that's why I then decided to turn pro.
Yes. So you've done well. So out of your fights so far, what's been your best performance?
Uh, that's a good question. I've never really looked at my fights that way because the angle I look at my fights, I'm always looking at what I can do better, what I
Yeah.
need to do better. I mean, obviously, I've enjoyed winning the British title. I've enjoyed winning the English title. I
The
enjoyed
boxer
winning the Ultimate
tournament?
Boxer as well. Yeah, I feel like the Boxer tournament, I generally just had fun. I wasn't really try like not to sound bad. I wasn't really trying very hard, and I was just having fun. Enjoyed the night. First time fighting on TV. First time fighting with like a crowd like that as well. So I just had fun. I just enjoyed that, and I feel like when you don't put that pressure on yourself and you just enjoy it, then everything just comes together. But yeah, I've not really assessed any of my fights like that to look and say which one's been my best. I'm always very critical to myself. I'm always like, what I could do better or no, I can do better. But I don't know. I'll probably say boxer tournament as like it was 3 fights in one night, and it was my first time, obviously stepping up to that occasion like that.
That was
And also
pretty
with deck as well.
impressive.
Actually, I showed a lot with deck.
Yeah,
Um,
that was impressive, mate.
yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't I wouldn't say that was my best performance. It was my novice performance breaking into a 10 round fight, being a 10 round professional, because it's a different from being a 4 round professional to then going up to a 10 round, fighting 10, 12 rounds. So that was a novice version of myself doing 10 rounds. Now I'm confident I could do 10 rounds anytime and more, but
Yeah.
that was my first 10 round and knowing I could have gone through the rounds with a durable opponent that at the time was very durable and he's still durable and he
You've
can
beat
punch.
Deck.
So
You've
yeah,
beat
it
Deck
was my first
two
time doing it.
times.
Yeah, I beat that 2 times, but he's someone I've learned a lot from. That the English title fight for sure, and I always say, put him after him because he gave me the voluntary um, defense of his defense of his title, which he never had to do, and they were confident that they would beat me and things. And Deck, I consider, someone who I'd say is a friend in boxing. I've sparred many rounds now since then, and he's helped me. I've helped him, so yeah. It's been good, been good journey in the end there. We should add a trilogy since everyone's in the trilogy these days.
Yeah, mate. But they were good fights, both of them.
Yeah, no way. I enjoyed it. Dex he's a tough guy, and he only lost like one at the time when I first fought him, and then obviously I had to fight him again and things like that. So I had a very game Deck at that time.
What about the Chad fight, Chad Sturgeon?
Yeah. Again, that's another fight I watched back. I think I should have stopped him, and if I was to fight him like today, I definitely would stop him. It's just knowing how to be that clinical finisher, and I feel I'm a lot better at doing that now. I definitely know how to finish once I have someone hurt, but it was again that was a good fight behind closed doors. Nothing to Chad, Chad's a good person, man, and we made a fight of it, and that was it. But again, I'd look at that fight, and I wouldn't say it's anything near my best performance either, because it's things I look at myself now and know that I could have done better in that fight and things like that. But I'm very critical of myself. I've got to be like that. I can't be settled. I've always got to want to be improving, and it's not fun. It's really how I feel. I want to always be improving. So yeah, I look at that fight. There's things I could have done better, but it was good again to win the British title with that.
Mate, there's always ways you can improve, but you should be happy with your performances because you do well, mate. I think you criticise yourself a bit too much, but it's good to criticise yourself because it makes you want to be better next time.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. You're a very intelligent lad, you are. I like what
Thank
you're
you,
doing.
mate. I've interviewed quite a few
Good, man.
boxers from wait, is it Eastside to Gym you train out of?
Yeah, Eastside Boxing Gym now.
In Birmingham.
Yeah,
Because I've interviewed quite a
Eastside.
few of your teammates as well, gym mates.
Yeah, I've seen you've done some of it, yeah, and John Peg, I believe.
Yeah, John Pegg, Scott
That's great
Melvin,
stuff.
Musa.
Yeah, that's good.
Quite,
You're doing well, and you seem to be very knowledgeable with your boxing, and you into it. As you said, I know you held up a bit because you was doing your homework. So again, that shows a lot about you. You're a very intelligent lad to know that you put your homework first, and then you can do these after. So I respect that. I commend that about you.
yeah. But I always wanted to do this though, mate. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, nah, good. I was looking forward to it as well. Definitely.
What do you think went wrong against Craig Richards? Because unfortunately you did get stopped in your first defeat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So the day before for me, like going into the bubble, my weight was fine, and we had this dry out period, so I did dry out. But honestly, I couldn't. I weren't eating anything. I never cheat myself for my weight. I'm generally always on weight. I'm fine. But the day before that fight, I don't know what happened. My weight just blew a bit, so I had to end up trying to lose. I think it was like 8 pounds or so. Um, like skip that off the day before, which was a nightmare. And I felt fine in everything, and I felt fine in the fight. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I felt fine. But you do um, losing that much weight does affect you, especially when I'm big like myself, and it's important to do the weight properly. But um, there's things again in that fight which I know, and I wish I could have done better. But I lost to Craig at the time. He's the better man on that day, and obviously he came in prepared. I came in prepared, but things with my weight went wrong the day before. But again, no fault of Craig. He done what he had to do. And I'll just have to dust myself off, come back again and do what I do. It's
Yeah,
all a learning curve as well. It was very hard to take my first loss,
yeah,
but I also have to take it as a learning. And you only fail when you really stop and not do anything in regards to want to rectify it. I feel like obviously going forward, I am beginning to do that and will continue doing that. But that's what I felt from my side in my opinion, obviously with my weight doing wrong, never done me any favors. But I also got caught with a punch which I shouldn't have got caught with, and maybe should have held on a bit more. It's the first time I was hurt in a fight or sparring. Really, I've never been hurt like that in a
you
fight or sparring or anything. So
you never know, mate. You might rematch him as you're doing very well, even though you're coming off a back of a defeat to Dan Aziz. But personally, that fight could have gone either way.
yeah, I mean, I'd love to. Listen, I would absolutely love to fight Craig again. I definitely would love to fight Dan again down the line as well and rewrite my losses there. And with Dan, I know again, I was an away fighter there with Sky, and I know how Sky are. The commentary are very biased, and a lot of things how things are there. And I knew I couldn't really, fight just the way I'd want to fight to win that fight. I'd have to, hurt him and do a lot more things differently in order to rip it from the champion. And it was a close fight. I believe I done enough. I'm very hard on myself, but I believe I done enough. I was landing the cleaner shots. I was landing the more telling shots. I was a busier fighter in there.
I had you up by 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe I was definitely up by like 1 or 2. It was a close fight though. But I mean, the way I lost it with the scorecards was ridiculous. Like
Exactly.
how many like the
Disgusting.
score it was silly, but I'm not gonna cry over it. It happened. I mean, he's headbutting me loads, but
it was closer than that, and
yeah,
that scorecards don't reflect how well you actually did.
yeah, it definitely was. But like, total respect to Dan, though. He's a good fighter.
He's fighting soon again.
It's not. Yeah, he's fighting again. Is it? Yeah, Rocky Fordham or something like that. I've seen him come across.
I think that's for the British
yeah,
and Commonwealth.
no, is it both on the line?
Yeah,
That's good. If that's for the British and Commonwealth, definitely that's good. I mean, I'd love the winner or the loser on that, definitely. But we'll see which direction we go from there. I do want to keep pushing on. I want to keep pushing on for sure, but I'd entertain the winner or the loser on that, definitely. But yeah, there's no malice with me and Dan or anyone, he got the win, and I just think on the night they were so biased, even with the replays, they were showing everything he was doing. So
they
weren't
weren't
showing
showing
nothing I was doing, the
good
shots I was
work.
landing.
Yeah.
Nah, of course not. And that's gonna sway. That sways the audience. And then the way the commentary is, it sways the audience. It's like it sways the judges and everyone who's watching as well.
That's
So
why
the way how they had the screen, the judges could see that.
Sometimes I turn the commentary on mute, so sometimes the commentary sways me to the other fighters. They're crediting their work, aren't they? Mainly.
Yeah,
Like the home
definitely.
fighting.
Listen, I'm fair. I'm a fair person, and if I lose to the better man, I shake their hand. I go and I see him. I say, I lost to the better man. Well done. You was a better man in the night, whatever.
When can I expect you
definitely
to
didn't
be
feel
back?
that.
When can I expect you to be back in that ring? Like, do you have a certain month where you could be fighting?
Yeah, I've been told possibly February. So for definitely, I want to come back with a bang. I need a knockout in my next fight, no doubts about that. And I need to obviously make a statement. And this whole 2023 for me has got to be massive. I can't have a goal. I've got to have a massive year this year, and I want to put my name back beyond and be over a lot of people. So yeah, I'm very determined to do that, and I know what I've got to do to do that. So I'm definitely on the job.
Yes, mate, and I'll be right there in 2023 cheering you on, mate, because you're doing well. And so
Thank you, man.
February, are you signed with what's it, Hennessy Sports?
Yeah, so with me and Hennessy at the moment, I am still with Hennessy. Obviously, we're fighting on Sky shows. It's been a bit of a nightmare because obviously with them not with Channel 5 now, it's like we're getting on the Sky shows and working things out and things. But I mean, I've been a bit disappointed from my side because I've not been as busy as I'd want to be. Um, I think last year I only had like about probably one fight, yeah. Last year. Is it the one?
I think Reese
Yeah, probably
Cartwright
one.
was it?
I had Reese Cartwright in November. That was last year, and I've had this one now. I had two last year, and I've had one this year. It's just not good enough in it for me, and I feel like I should be pushing on and be a bit more active. A fighter like me, I need to be busy, and be pushing on. I'm not. There's no blame to this, It's just how the way boxing is sometimes, but I
It
need
is
to be
what
a
it
lot
is.
busier. I plan to be busier this year, so I can put myself back in positions where I need to be.
Yes, mate.
Because especially going into a fight with the likes of Dan, for example, it would have been good
Hard
to have a,
hitter, isn't he?
comment.
Funny enough,
Is what, sorry?
I said Dan hits hard because he stopped Reese Cartwright in round 8 like you did.
Yeah, he did. I mean, look, Dan's very calculated. He knows how to his shot selection. He knows how to throw his punch. I think with me, I did find that. Yeah, he caught me in one of the rounds with a good shot. I walked into it. But I feel like he then took a lot of his power out because he probably realized that he couldn't necessarily hurt me like that. So, but he was very good at his shot selection. He knows his way around the ring. You can tell he's been working on a lot of things with Body Kirk, and it's one of those. I'd love to get it on again. I want to be in good fights, and that's because I believe he's a good fighter, and I believe it's a fight I can win. So
It
I'd
is.
love to get that on again. That would be good, and do things properly again.
Yes, mate. And do you
Ooh.
do you want to shout out anyone who's helped you in your career so far?
Yeah, definitely. Firstly, my family and friends, who's always been there for me. My team at Eastside, they've been amazing. My head coach, Paul Coonhan, Louis Coonhan, manager John Pegg, everyone who's been there. It's been a rough year for me and my family this year, so why shout them out because they've helped me a lot throughout a lot of these things as well. And also my sponsors. They're always obviously by my side doing a lot with me. Guy Belas, House Cavani, Loving Pause, my person as well who prepared me for my last fight, Gorilla Mills. So like, yeah, themselves, Optimum Physio, my physiotherapist, and the likes of yourself, because without people like yourself, you know, us boxers don't get the platform to always talk what we'd want to say, so it doesn't matter how big or how small. Respect and love what you're doing. I'm sure once I'm retired, you're going to take over Coogan, aren't you? Because he's going to be retired, and then you're going to be out there smashing it because you're getting your name out there. So I wish you nothing but the best. You're a nice lad. You're an intelligent lad. And most importantly, keep doing well in school and keep up the good work with what you're doing as well.
I appreciate that, mate. And my final question for you is, do you have any advice for someone who wants to be a boxer?
Yeah, definitely. No matter how good you feel you are or how bad you may be, always believe in yourself, one, because everyone starts from somewhere. Just like you're starting with what you're doing in your platform now, everyone has to start from somewhere, and then before you know it, there's going to be about a team of 20 people behind you when you're successful and you're flying out to Dubai and doing all this, ain't you? So yeah, it's have the self belief in yourself, keep striving to be better, study the game, and be willing to learn, enjoy the good days and the bad days, because either way you're always gonna sorry, I've just seen that Spain just got knocked out by Morocco in
Did
penalties.
they?
That's crazy. Yeah, they just lost.
Penalties.
Yeah, penalties.
Oh, wait, so
Oh,
yeah,
that's a bit crazy.
isn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, everyone just like to literally, um, yeah, to keep striving and keep wanting to do well. And as I say, ask questions, man. But enjoy the journey. Everything's a journey, and setbacks is a part of the journey. But you've always got to train the mind to be positive and be positive and think positive and have that belief in yourself. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'd say to any new boxer.
Thank you for your time, mate, and I'm sure you'll get that British or Commonwealth title very soon. Keep
No
going.
problem. Top man, we'll keep in touch for sure.
Yes.
Great
Thank you,
lad you are.
Shakan. Bye.
No problem. Take care.